Hey guys, my name is Sizzlore and welcome to Carl is Famous. Found this game on Steam, free to play. It looks like one of those games you like multiple endings, obviously. You could choose between two options. I've never really seen it before, so we're just gonna have a look. Carl wakes up, he's famous. Carl is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Insiders has called Kyle the most excellent dumpy white man. Okay. Top 10 noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is kind of a lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Alright. Kyle cracked his eyes open knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Okay? Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. To prepare for the... Okay, right. Let's go. Start preparing. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Wither away, exit the bed. Okay, let's just wither already, straight off the bat. Kyle decided to stay and wither away. Kyle withered away successfully and died. Well, okay. That was quick. Kyle is now a ghost. Oh shit, okay. Okay, the game's not over. He does not relieve himself of his responsibilities. Get out of bed anyway, I suppose. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Opened the closet, sit at desk, scavenge, exit the bedroom to the hallway. Open the closet. I want to see if you can be a ghost and wear clothes. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. Okay, I am a ghost, or Kyle is a ghost. Jeans and swimming goggles, skunk pasties, a slick suit, or a suit of armor. We'll go for the slick suit. Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Cool. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Scavenge. Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor and realized his immediate need for bugs? Gossip? Let's go gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping he would hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, do tell me more. That sounds legit, okay. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks a lot like a bug and fight misdoers. What? What are these? Okay, it's ghost. I don't know what that is, okay. There was a stunned silence. Then the door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. That's quite enough. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Yeah, let's just get on with it, I suppose. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms to the apartments of these apartments together. Kitchen, bedroom, leave apartment. Check locked door. Check the locked door. Let's check that. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but quickly found that the door was locked from the inside. Forced the door with forehead back into the hallway. Flowed through as and goes. Oh, well, might as well. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Go inside. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed various items sent to him by fans. Back to the hallway, check sewing machine. Carl found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. But it's locked from the inside. Okay, check sewing machine. Carl walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box was only half removed. Back in the hallway. Carl walked into the hallway that connects the room to the bathroom. Flowed through the slide door. Leave apartment. Carl walked into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around him. Visit downstairs neighbors. Visit tech store. Visit tech store. Carl walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim. Yeah, Techno Jim. An elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Ask attendant for free samples. Let's steal Techno Jim. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Carl grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Carl started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Carl glanced at the attendant, who was staring bewildered, and ran outside. Continue with the day. While Carl walked into the middle of the road, took a look pondering around him. Visit the neighbors. Carl approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. That's Techno Jim, yeah. Carl hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Okay. Okay. Sitting across from his host's chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. How do you pronounce that? I've never seen that before in my life. As Carl approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approached Rachel. Good evening, Carl, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Interview Techno Jim instead. Techno Jim sounds like a pretty cool guy, at least even for a cardboard cutout. Techno Jim. Carl roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and replaced Techno Jim in her stead. Hello, Techno Jim, said Carl. I'm going to interview you today. Carl grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore off the cardboard frame. Carl's producers, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and mentioned to the crew to go live. Yeah, that's a good man. Cameraman moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. Hi, I'm Carl, said Carl, and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest. He pointed at Techno Jim using his dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. Would you like to introduce yourself? Asked Carl. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Carl took it upon himself to be his voice as well, of course. Hi, Carl, he said, raising the pitch of his voice. My name is Rachel May and I'm a very special guest. Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible. And you shouldn't feel ugly. Carl gave Jim a meaningful stare. Wow, Carl, he said, I sure wish I could look like you. Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon abuzz with electrical fires. Carl's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try and put the fires out. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Carl sat motionless, staring forward. He's just sitting there. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Carl's producers shut off the broadcast, leaving Carl's vacant stare as the final frame. Carl's rating skyrocketed. Of course, fucking living meme now. Techno-Jim became the staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular. End. Oh, that was amazing. Okay, that's just... okay. I've got to wrap my head around that a little bit now. That's just one ending out of 21. Reset, okay. Carl's decision of the morning was made easily. We'll exit the bed. Carl exited the bed quickly. No, Carl exited his bed and took a quick glance around the bedroom. Just sit at the desk. We didn't do that earlier. Carl made his way over to the desk and sat down. Write notes for an interview. Back to room. Checking chest. We'll check in the desk drawers. Carl opened up the side drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. Small key, sort of change. What is the key for? Carl grabbed the small key he kept in his desk. Okay. Carl made his way over to the desk and sat down. Write some notes. Yeah, let's try and be a little bit more professional. Carl wrote down his first question. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? I like this one. It's just like, there's no real answers to this, is there? Okay, am I a mother? Carl wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended? Blended beef. Mashed beef. Ever eaten a raw egg whole? I think we're gonna go with the egg one. Carl wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. Carl wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? What's your guilty pleasure? Let's see if we can throw one in there. Carl ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk. Back to desk. Back to room. Carl returned to the center of the room. Okay, that's pretty much all we can do. Carl walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms to his apartment together. Moved to the kitchen. Checked the locked door. Is this what the key's for? Go to the locked door. Carl walked over there. Forced the door open with forehead. Yeah, let's do that. Carl decided it would be best to try and force the door open with the use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Carl gained severe short-term amnesia. Back to hallway. Let's go to the kitchen. Carl walked into the center of the kitchen. Open fridge. I think everyone does that. Carl opened the fridge intending to find something to eat. Eat crust on the fridge wall. Eat the fridge. Prepare breakfast. Eat condoms. Oh my word. Yeah, it's on the fridge wall. That's nasty. Let's take that. Carl started scraping the streaks of crud and spots of black mold off the walls of his fridge. Oh. After boiling up the filth from the sides of the fridge, Carl bit into the crusty, moist ball. Ugh. Gross. Several minutes of chewing later, Carl finished chewing and swallowed the whole ball. Ooh. Carl walked inside the kitchen. Check the pantry. What's in the pantry? Carl wanted access to the pantry but found it was locked with a small keyhole. Ah. Unlocked it. The pantry door lock creaked as if it hadn't moved in years, but eventually opened. Look in the pantry. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Carl's pantry stored a massive amount of bottled lard. Ignore the pantry for now. Chug a bottle of lard. Grab a bottle of lard. I think a bottle of lard will be useful later. Let's do that. Carl grabbed a bottle of lard and stashed it on his person for later use. Back to the kitchen. Return to hallway. I don't think I'm dressed, but we're gonna leave anyway. Haha. Carl walked out into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around him. Let's go visit the downstairs neighbor. Still not there. Okay, cool. Sitting across from his host's chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. I gotta look that up. As Carl approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock when she realized Carl had not put on any clothes that day. There it is. Yeah, free balling. Going commando. Well, it's a little bit more than that, but okay. Carl waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. He's a pretty confident guy. Carl started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Carl had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Carl was left all alone. Well, that kind of sucked. I really want to know what the lard is for, though. So this time around, we're gonna exit the bed, open the closet, choose an outfit. Okay. No, we're gonna go jeans and swimming goggles. Carl's decided on a fashion-forward casual style. You could barely see out of the goggles. Okay, back to room. Exit hallway. No. We want the keys. We gotta go sit at the desk. Check in the desk drawer. Small key. There you go. Back to desk. Back to room. There you go. Move to kitchen. Check the pantry. Use the small key. There you go. Cool. Look in the pantry. Grab a bottle of lard. Cool. Now we'll leave. Leave apartment. Is the downstairs neighbor not? Can't approach the door or not? Hey, a middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Carl expectantly. Deposit lard bottle. Like deposit it. Deposit it where? Carl produced his bottle of lard, bit the glass neck off, and wordlessly dumped the contents on Gabby. What? As sticky lumps of fat rolled off her face, Gabby looked at Carl expressionlessly. What? After a long minute of silence, she spoke. Can I help you, Carl? Does Carl do this to Gabby often enough for her to not react to this at all? Like, is this... Okay. This Carl is fucked up. And he's on TV. Okay. Runaway or gossip. I think runaway will be more like what a kid would do. So we're going to do that. Carl tried to merrily skip away, empty lard bottle in hand, but Gabby caught his arm. Gabby twisted Carl's shoulder around, neatly flipping him onto his back. 1 hour until my interview. Confidently, wordlessly, and with surprising force, Gabby started slapping Carl across the face. Carl hurried to the set. Oh, fuck. Okay, I saw there was like no time left. Sitting across from his host chair was the glamorous woman, the air of genuinity. As Carl approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Carl," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here." Carl responded. "Scream and spin in circles," answered politely. "We'll answer politely. Let's see where this goes." "And I as well," Rachel answered Carl, extending his hand in greeting. "You are a most welcome guest." Shake hands. After another mild exchange of pleasantries, Carl and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. Is it a news show? What is that music? A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. "Good evening, everyone," said Carl, looking at the camera. "Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Carl," introduced Rachel. "Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction." Carl mentioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. "Hello, Carl," she said. "I'm glad to be here." In response, Carl collapsed on the floor. Why? From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Carl had passed out. Wow. Okay. So nobody on the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Carl in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Carl was left face first on the floor. Oh man, that's really cool. So you gotta, wow, okay, so you really gotta prepare your day thinking about the future for this game. Like it's actually really cool. And that's only 3 of 21. That's really awesome. Well, that is Carl is Famous. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm definitely gonna play this again. Yeah, no, that was really cool. I'm really surprised, like you see, like how it affects, how your choices affect the future like that in such a small little, silly little game. Yes, it's really stupid though. Anyway, thanks guys. Yeah, keep an eye out for the next one of this. This is really cool.